even 9 o'clock yet, and I'm already heartbroken, bitch. It's my first day of school. Okay. Hey y'all, it's your girl SHEFOREIGNBRUH, aka Edie, and I'm back with another video. So, by the title of the video, you already know what time it is. Okay, sorry, I've been drinking. You already know what time it is. Okay, we're gonna get into the story time. But before anything, I did a poll on my close friends, and I asked you guys if y'all think I should mention the names of the people that I'm talking about in my story time. About 50% of y'all said yes, and the other 50 said no. So what I decided to do is I'm gonna mention one person's name, and I'm not gonna mention the other person's name to make it kind of 50-50, you know what I'm saying? Also, another thing that I wanted to mention, I hit up one of the people that are involved in my story time, and I asked her if it was okay for me to mention her name. She said it was okay, and so that's what we're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So, girl, because you know what happened. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the story. I'm gonna show y'all what it is that I'm eating on today. Sipping on today. Well, actually, I'm gonna show y'all right now what I'm sipping on. I'm sipping on some Menage a Trois. I got some water and I got my food. I ordered my food from Cool Runnings in Houston, Texas. If you know, you know. This shit is fire. Okay, period. It was about $10. It was like $10 to $11 plus tax. I got something good. Hold on. It got a little messy, but we're gonna make it do what it do, baby. I'm happy as hell. I haven't eaten all day, okay? Like, ugh. Oh my God. That's the food. So I got rice and peas. In other words, red beans and rice. Some plantains or plátano maduro, you heard me, cabbage, and this is curry chicken. This shit can be so good. Oh my God.
3 days later.
If you know me, you know I am not a drinker, okay? And I sat up here and was chugging this bottle of wine, trying to tell a story and eat some food like I'm just a professional multitasker, baby. Okay, so we're gonna get into the story. So it's my 8th grade year, I believe. And yeah, it was my 8th grade year. And I'm talking to this guy. His name is Austin for the sake of this video. Okay, so I'm talking to this guy, and I had already knew him because I seen him through my shoulder hurt, by the way. That's why I'm doing all this. But okay, so I had already knew him from the neighborhood. We went to elementary school together, but he was always older than me. And so nothing really transpired until my 8th grade year. We would go to the same church. We from the same country. It was bound to we was bound to cross paths. One day I was walking home from school, and he decided to walk me home. He lived close to my middle school, so he saw me and decided to walk me home. So we were walking, and he was like, yo, I've been knowing you for a while. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's up with you? Let's talk. Like, you know? So one thing led to another. We would talk on the phone. Like I said, we went to the same church. I don't know if I said that, but we went to the same church. We went to, like, just different places we had in common. So whenever we start talking on the phone and stuff like that, we would just plan places to link up. One thing led to another. He asked me to become his girlfriend. I said yes, and boom, that's where all this shit started. He's in high school. He's like in the 11th grade at the time. So, you know, it was just a regular relationship. He met my mom, he met my dad, met his people. You know, we would link up, go to each other's house. It was cool. It was just normal, right? One day I'm in school, and they have this like school fair or some shit like that, where different high schools, they come to, you know, the middle school and they present to you why you should go to this high school. So on one of the billboards or poster boards or whatever the fuck, it was the school called Austin High School. They had a picture of like the band, the football team, basketball team, all this different shit. And it was just so interesting. It was also a magnet school, and I know I had the grades and everything to get into it. So I was very interested. When I looked closely on the football team and the pictures and all that other stuff, I seen that Austin, the guy, he was on there. Mind you, like I kind of already knew what school he went to, but I wasn't for sure. But with seeing him on there, that kind of solidified like me wanting to go. So what I did was I grabbed a piece of paper and all that stuff, and I told my mom after school, I'm like, listen, this piece of paper is going to tell you all, you know, all you need to know about this school. I really want to go there. I know I'm not zoned to it, but I have the grades to get into the magnet program. I also want to play volleyball for them. Can you sign me up? My mom was all for it. She was like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna sign you up. So we went. I told him, I was like, hey, I just signed up for your school. I'm gonna see you there. My 9th grade year. I'm excited. You know, he looked excited as well, like at the time, but he also looked shocked, like, ooh, you know. And that was red flag number 1, but I didn't pay attention to it, hell. So boom, time passed by. It's time for me to sign up for the school. I go sign up. I sign up for the volleyball team, magnet program, all of that. I'm in the school. If you know, you know. The volleyball season starts before school starts. So you know that you're going to be in practice, all that stuff, before motherfuckers is in class and taking notes and shit. So I'm on the volleyball team. I'm starting to meet all the girls. I see everybody that's playing sports before school starts. Like, I see them. One of the girls in particular that I got cool with, her name was Anna. So Anna, she was older as well. She was also in the 11th grade, starting 12th grade at the time. And so she kind of took on this role of like the mama role of the 9th graders and shit like that coming in and shit. So she was like, hey, add me on Facebook. You need anything? First day of school, I got you, woo woo. So I added her on Facebook. Whenever we start talking on Facebook and shit like that, she started asking me, do you know anybody that goes to the school? Are you, you know what I'm saying, like familiar with the school and shit like that? If you're not, I got you on the first day. Just find me, woo woo. I'm like, yeah, I'm familiar with this guy. You know, he's my boyfriend. I don't think you know him though, but you know, whatever. She's like, oh, well, yeah, I could take you to see him. If he's like in the 11th or 12th grade hall, it's in a different hallway. I could take you to see him on the first day. I'm like, oh, bet. That was it. No names turned, like were interchanged. No information. It was just that. So keep that in mind. So time passed by or whatever, and school starts. And it's the first day of school. It's time for me to get my schedule. So I go up to the library because that's where they had the schedules and shit. And I see Anna. She's also a volunteer. I guess that's why she said she could help me, whatever the case may be. So she goes and hands me my schedule. She says, if you need anyone to show you the hallways, whatever, like I told you, I got you. I'm like, yeah, I actually do need you. And can you also show me where I can find Austin? He's starting the 12th grade. He should be in the 12th grade hallway. So she was like, okay, I can take you. Oh, yeah, you know, she was like, you're Honduran, right? I'm like, yeah. She was like, oh, in Austin, he's Honduran also. I know who you're talking about. Yeah, he used to date my best friend. I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, I think they're still dating. I don't know. And I was like, nah, I've been dating him since I was in 8th grade or whatever. And she was like, oh, okay, you know, so she was like, so where's your class? Woo, 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 woo. Bitch, that's red flag number 2. But I still didn't pay attention to that shit. So boom, she takes me to this classroom. In the classroom, she's like, hold on right here. I'm about to go get him, whatever. I'm like, okay. I'm looking in the window. I'm like, I don't even see this nigga. Red flag number 3. I'm like, I don't even see this nigga, but okay, you know. So she's talking to this girl. And she's this heavy set Mexican girl. So I'm just like not thinking nothing of it. You know what I'm saying? So she comes out of the classroom. Excuse me, I just had to burp. She comes out of the classroom and she's like, hold on, Ironisha is about to come out. And I'm like, okay, who the fuck is Ironisha? You know what I'm saying? So she like, Ironisha about to come out. I'm like, all right. So I'm sitting there and out comes this same heavy set Mexican girl walking out the classroom. So I'm looking at her and I'm like, okay, where the fuck is Austin? Why am I being introduced to this Mexican big girl? Like, I don't understand at this point, right? So Anna, the girl, she is like, this is my best friend and this is Austin's girlfriend. And I'm like,
what the fuck? What the fuck? Stop playing. What the fuck? Stop playing. What the fuck is that? Ah!
no, I'm Austin's girlfriend. Who the fuck is this? Like, looking at her like it is impossible. You know what I'm saying? Like, completely. So I'm like, who the fuck is this? And so she was like, we've been dating since I was in the 9th grade. And we're in the 12th grade now. So how could you be his girlfriend? I was like, well, I've been dating him since I was in the 8th grade and I'm beginning 9th grade now. You know what I'm saying? He met my people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bitch, we go to the same church, all this, that, and the third. She was like, I know his mom. I'm like, bitch, I don't give a fuck who you know. Where the fuck is he? What the fuck is going on here? You know what I'm saying? So she was just like saying all this shit. Like, I don't remember word for word everything that she was saying, but I started going off on her. I'm like, you fat ass bitch and this, that, and the third, just going off on this girl. Mind you, I don't feel this way about her now, but at the time, I'm just like, bitch, whatever. So, long story short, after going off on her for so long, I wanted to see where this nigga was at. Because, bitch, I need answers. You know what I'm saying? So, Anna, Ironisha, and myself, we walked to go find this nigga. He is, as we're walking to some classroom that we think he was in, he's walking down the hallway. So we see him. And I'm like, yo, I walk up to him first. Like, cause I'm like, this is my nigga. And I wants to know. So I'm like, yo, what's up? Like, you got a girl? What the fuck is going on? And he like, oh shit, you really here? Looking at her like, oh shit, you really just met her. Just shocked. Like, this nigga was shocked. What this nigga do, instead of confronting us or letting us know what's up, he just completely walks away. Like, don't say nothing. He just walks away. So at this point, I'm embarrassed. I'm disgusted. I'm like, I don't want nothing to do with either one of y'all. I'm about to go to my class. Bitch, it's not even 9 o'clock yet, and I'm already heartbroken. Bitch, it's my first day of school. Okay. So at this point, I'm like, you know what? It's cool. I'm about to go to class. I don't need none of this. Boom. So I go to class, continue by my day. Come to find out, I have the schedule that's like A lunch, B lunch, or A day, B day, or some shit like that. So on A days, I have lunch with the upperclassmen, 11th and 12th graders and shit like that. So that was my day on my first day of school. And so what that means, I have to see these fucking 12th graders, Austin, Ironisha, Anna. I have to see all of them and continue this bullshit. So I go to my fucking classes, go to lunch. I see Austin. That's the first person that I see. And I'm like, we need to talk. Come here. He comes over to me. He kissing me. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. You don't understand that bit. I'm getting mad just thinking about it. Cause nigga, So he was like kissing me and stuff. And he was like, yo, so that bitch don't understand. She can't take rejection well. I don't really like her. The typical dumbass shit that niggas want to say and bash the other female to the next one just because you really don't know how to be honest. You know what I'm saying? So he's saying all this shit. I don't like her. She don't know how to lose weight. Like, but you with her. Alright. So he talking about all this shit. I could drive her car. I know her brother. You know, I could pick you up. Like, you trying to use this girl. Now you trying to, bro, you sad and pathetic, right? So at this point, I'm like, bro, you really like trying to tell me this shit right now? Like, I just want to know why you dragged me along with this shit. Like, I really came to the school, not only for the magnet school program, and the volleyball team and stuff like that, but honestly, because I wanted to be with you. Like, you got me fucked up. And he was like, I know, I'm sorry. Like, let me make it up to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna break up with her. Woo, 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 woo. Do I have stuff on my lip? I don't know. Excuse me. So, I was like, you gonna break up with her? Like a pendeja. I'm like, you gonna break up with her? He like, yeah, woo, woo. I'm gonna do it today. All this shit, right? Bro. By the end of that school day, this nigga was walking, holding hands with this bitch, going to her car, you know what I'm saying? Driving, looking all cute and coupley, like walking with each other and shit. Like, he wasn't breaking up with this bitch. He had it set. Everything that he needed, from a ride to school to money, everything that he needed, like, he was set. He was not gonna leave this girl, bro. So me coming to the school was really just blowing his spot up. Like it wasn't no such thing as, oh, this 8th grader coming into the 9th grade about to mess up what I got going with this girl that's gonna give me everything type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I left that shit alone. I was like, all right, bro, I see what type of time you on. I'm good. Bro, time passed by, continue my day, continue my life at that school. I started talking to this other football player, which just so happened to be his friend. Just so happened to be his friend. That nigga was like, yo, I know you didn't talk to this nigga before, because he steady talking about we can't talk to you because you his girl and shit like that. So he tried to claim me. Even though he cheated on me, he tried to claim me to the football players, basketball players, everybody at the school. Like, oh, that's my girl. That's my girl. Mind you, nothing ever transpired before, like, with us as far as, like, sexually or anything like that. Nothing ever happened. But this nigga told the football team that I was his girl. That he was my first and shit like that. So the whole time, bro, my reputation, not really a reputation, but the whole time I'm at that school, that's Austin's girlfriend. That's Austin was her first. And I'm like, bro, nothing ever happened between us. You cheated on me and then you went about your business with this girl. You know what I'm saying? But so fast forward, some time passed by, and I see them like stand. I think they was being voted like homecoming queen and king or some shit like that, bro. And it was both of them. And so I seen him and he seen me look at him. So he walks away from her and he grabs me and we walk to the hallway. And he like, bro, I'm so sorry. He started hugging me and kissing me like, I'm so sorry. Like, I really want to be with you. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you really want to be with me, but you steady with this girl. Like, and you steady telling me you want to be with me, but you not showing me that, bro. You really just like dragging this on. You smearing my name in the school. Like, I don't understand. So time passed by, like whole bunch of time passed by. I really like was over this dude. Like, I was just done with him. And I ended up, something happened. But that probably had a part in it too, where I wanted to leave the school, but I ended up transferring to another school. I ended up going to Kashmir High School. And so when I left that school or whatever, Irnisha reached out to me. And she was just like, this was time past. This was like time past. Maybe like 2 years had passed by, bitch. And I'm at a whole nother school. And she was like, oh my God, you know, I've experienced XYZ with Austin. And, you know, it ranged from mental to physical abuse. And, you know, not to just too much put her business out there, but it ended up working out for me that I didn't end up with the nigga type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that was gonna be draining. So yeah, she reached out to let me know, like, yo, whatever he put you through, like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm seeing now he ain't the nigga that he used to be. Like, he started doing hard drugs. He started becoming like very, very vulgar. And the past few years, apparently this nigga like became a cheater, like a heavy ass cheater, to the point where he had a baby with some bitch that had like 5 kids already, so only one of his kids is hers. And I don't know if it's crack, bitch, or if it's coke, or if it's fake weed. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't want to put no fake news out there, but this nigga is on some hard drugs now. He don't look the same. I wish I would, or I could insert a picture of him, but I don't know how that's gonna go. But yeah, so like honestly, that shit ended up working out for the better for me. Like, I ain't end up with the nigga. Yeah, so now he with his baby moms, and she Arnisha is with her new relationship. She in a new relationship with, she said she's doing better with that guy. Me, shit, you know me, I'm over here happy as hell. I got my nigga, you know, I got my YouTube channel, I got chop, period. So I'm good. But I just wanted to let y'all know about that story time, because that shit was crazy. But yeah, so time passed by, everything worked out for the long run. Like, as far as like for the girls, I don't know about him and what he got going on as far as like mentally, but physically he not looking good. So yeah, guys, that's the story about the time that I got cheated on and I was the other woman. Was I the other woman, bitch? Was I the side chick, or was I the man? Like, I still don't know. But no, I was definitely the side chick, bitch, because compared to them dating since 9th grade and they were in 12th, my year didn't have nothing nothing to do with it. But yeah, so thank you guys for joining again. I'm sorry that it wasn't the mukbang. I owe y'all, but it's all good. Like, we got nothing but time, period. So again, thank you for watching my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Bye.